So we arrive, and the relationship will be orienting to the earth, feeling the support and the reality of the earth support, and the nervous system, whether it's tamasic or rajasic, doing a practice that takes us into sattva. There will be moments for natural movement and stretches throughout the guided practice. So we begin the foundational sequence on the back, knees bent up, feet on the earth. Creating a relationship with stillness and silence, and tuning in to ourself. Hand on heart, hand on belly, breath flowing. Hugging knees to chest, you may feel the lengthening of the lower back, the broadening across the back of the pelvis, outer hips. But also some pressure around the belly, maybe the lungs even, and down into the pelvic bowl. Let's release. And in the gentlest way, the soft movement across the back of the pelvic bowl, feeling the weight drizzle or trickle into the back of the left side hip, back of the right side hip or pelvis. And really feeling that the earth is very clearly supporting the back of the pelvic bowl, the back of the head and shoulders. And to feel that support and really test it, a gentle rolling of the head. Allowing the head to be as heavy as a bowling ball. And really noticing the point of the back of the head that touches the earth. Letting it be heavy. Again, Apanasana, returning for a sense of comfort and reassurance. Lifting a leg, shifting the energy, and then really sensing the sensations of foot and ankle, the skin, the bones, looking for sensation. This one I call twizzling through the leg, toe, knee and hip internally and externally rotate. Again, the orienting point is the back of the hip. We place the ankle over the knee, and again a very soft presence into the back of the pelvic bowl. Feeling extra sensations now, and not pushing into an edge, but more just softening any edges, warming things up in a way that's really quite tender and thoughtful. When it does feel right, the knees might go all the way to the side, or use a support under the knee if you need. And just rest. Feel the gifts the pose gives you in a moment of stillness and silence. Breath flowing in, breath flowing out. So the energy doesn't get too tamasic, which is not great for people in a dorsal vagal shutdown or who have a little bit too much low energy. We do the warm-up of the pelvic tilt with the breath. Particularly, and when we're looking at trauma, there's a reconnecting of things, an integration. So speaking around the pelvic bowl being a large area of the body that actually has movement trickle up through the spine, back of the neck, and even the head with the chin lifting and lowering as the pelvis tilts. And the theme here is that with very little instigated movement, there's a flow-on effect where movement is given for free all the way up into the neck and head. It's a lovely concept of this easeful movement and freely given movement. Check in with the hips every now and then, making sure you're not getting sticky in the groin. And inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Tends to be a nice way to regulate the breath here. Feeling the breath fully enter. If the energy is good, you may remain higher, tucking shoulders under. The moment you feel rest is needed, you slowly, mindfully return to earth and acknowledge the support you receive, perhaps by relaxing the jaw or sighing breath. As an acknowledgement, there's nothing to hold on to. The earth holds you. Feeling into the earth quality of the body, the back body heavy, melding with the earth, sinking a little to be held more firmly. And then again, we can look for a little bit more air and light and space in the experience and in the body. So the best kind of earth is one that's quite fluffed up and airy. Yeah, that's got a whole lot of life in it. So we do the setubandha to kind of have an earth quality of grounding in the body, but then a spaciousness, some movement. And this is the sequence to keep the energy flowing and have a sense of space married with earth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we receive the weight of the legs down and through the body. So we receive the weight of the legs. And then feet rest to earth. Feel the supports very clearly. Back of the shoulders, back of the hips, back of the head. And then have a little stretch any way that you like. You'll know what's just right for your body. There'll be a natural inclination. It could be a reach, a roll, a hug of the knees to the chest. Your body will just know and you can follow its inner knowing. And there we go. A lovely, beautiful, natural moment. That's the golden moment in every class where you're free to listen to the body fully and give it full expression. So this part's quite instructional. It's a little twizzle of the arm rolling in, which sends the shoulder towards the jaw, turns the head away, and the knees will follow. So the movement begins with this tiny little turn of the wrist, and it follows through forearm, upper arm, shoulder, head, neck, ribs, waist, hips, knees, and feet. And we really want to be patient and wait for the spiraling down of the movement from wrist to shoulder to head and neck and spine, then to hips, then to thighs and knees and feet. So it's really about watching the flow-on effect that one movement then creates into the next section of the body. Here we're really practicing the opposite direction with the arms, where the palm faces back, which actually draws the shoulder blade down, which draws the face towards the backward facing hand. So now we have one arm rolling forward, the other one rolling back, giving us a little twist in the back of the heart, the thoracic spine. And then rest. Face serene, back of the body heavy and sinking. After a nice long rest, you can roll to the side in conclusion of the practice. And just a little acknowledgement here that the practice normally takes about half an hour to go through just that many poses. So you can imagine there's lots of time to speak through the feeling of the pelvic bowl like an earthen vessel made out of earth or clay filled with water, and when the knees go side to side you can swish and swash that water across the pelvis or with the forward and backward tilts. So lots of imagery and metaphor around earth and air and space. Maybe in setubandha you could also use a little bit of fire, the spark that's required to lift the hips up in half bridge pose. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today. A very restorative practice that really balances our need for grounding, but also that feeling of when the seed is ready to burst out of the soil and up into the sun and air. Thank you so much for your time today.